A single chocolate bar can kill a dog. Not a whole bag, not a lifetime of sneaking scraps under the table. One bar, a few ounces of dark chocolate have enough of a chemical in them to stop a dog's heart. Cats are even more sensitive. Parrots, horses, bears. For most mammals on this planet, chocolate is straight-up poison. But you can demolish an entire box on a Tuesday night because your day was terrible and you'll wake up fine. Maybe a stomachache, maybe some shame, but you're alive. And nobody ever stops to think about how weird that is, because the question isn't why chocolate kills animals. The question is, why doesn't it kill you? And the answer goes back millions of years, deep into a jungle, to a time when your ancestors ate something that should have killed them. And instead of dying, it changed everything. So let's talk about what chocolate actually is. Because we think of it as candy, it's not. The cacao tree grows in tropical forests near the equator. Its scientific name, Theobromine cacao, literally means food of the gods, but the tree didn't make this stuff for us. It made it to kill things. Cacao beans are loaded with a compound called theobromine. It's a bitter alkaloid, and the tree pumps it out for the same reason a lot of plants make toxins, to stop animals from eating it. Bugs that chew on cacao leaves, poisoned. Small mammals that eat the beans, sick or dead. Even the bitterness is a warning. In nature, bitter almost always means, don't eat this. Here's what theobromine does. It blocks something in your body called adenosine receptors. Adenosine is the thing that tells your heart to keep a steady rhythm and tells your nervous system to stay calm. When theobromine shuts that down, the heart speeds up. The nervous system goes haywire. In a small animal, it spirals. The heart races faster and faster until it just gives out. Muscles lock up. And that's it. For a dog, the lethal dose is about 100 to 200 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. For a cat, even less. A parrot can die from a few grams of dark chocolate, but for a human, the lethal dose is somewhere around 1,000 milligrams per kilogram. For an average adult, that's about 70 to 80 bars of dark chocolate. In one sitting, you'd throw up long before you got anywhere near that number. Your body literally won't let you reach the danger zone. So why? Why are you so resistant to something that kills almost everything else? It's your liver. That's the short answer. Your liver has this family of enzymes called cytochrome P450. Think of them as your body's cleanup crew. When something foreign gets into your blood, these enzymes grab it, break it apart, and turn it into something harmless that your kidneys can flush out. And humans? We have a version of these enzymes that is absurdly good at breaking down theobromine. Your body clears half of it in about 6 to 10 hours. So you eat a chocolate bar, and within a few hours, your liver has already torn apart most of the poison before it can do any real damage. Dogs can't do this. Their bodies take about 17.5 hours to clear the same amount, almost 3 times longer. So the theobromine just sits there. It cycles through the blood over and over, hammering the heart and the nervous system with every pass. Cats are even worse off. Their livers basically can't process plant alkaloids at all. But here's the thing that should make you curious. Why is your liver so good at this? You didn't evolve eating chocolate bars. Humans didn't even start cultivating cacao until about 5,300 years ago. We've only been eating chocolate the way we know it for a few hundred years. Your liver didn't get good at this because of chocolate. It got good at this because of something much, much older. For millions of years, your ancestors lived in tropical forests. And here's something most people don't realize. Tropical forests are basically chemical war zones. Plants in the tropics can't run away from the things that eat them. They can't fight back with claws or teeth, so they fight with chemistry. Alkaloids, tannins, phenols. The jungle is packed with plants that are trying to poison anything that takes a bite. And your ancestors were eating from that menu every single day. A study from 2004 in the American Journal of Physical Anthropology looked at what modern primates actually eat. And they found something wild. A lot of primates deliberately eat plants that contain toxic alkaloids, not by mistake, on purpose. Some of them eat bitter, poisonous leaves specifically because those compounds kill the parasites living in their guts. They're using poison as medicine, and this has been going on for millions of years. So what happened over all that time is exactly what you'd expect. The primates that could handle the toxins survived. The ones that couldn't, didn't. Every generation, the ones with slightly better liver enzymes lived a little longer, had a few more kids, and passed those enzymes down. generation after generation. By the time your species showed up about 300,000 years ago, your liver was basically a chemical weapons disposal unit. It could neutralize stuff that would drop most other mammals. Theobromine, that was nothing. That was just one of hundreds of alkaloids your ancestors had been chewing through for millions of years. You don't survive chocolate because your body adapted to chocolate. You survive chocolate because your ancestors spent millions of years eating every sketchy plant in the jungle. And the ones who couldn't handle it, they're not your ancestors. But here's where it gets really interesting. Theobromine doesn't just not kill you, it actually helps you. In small amounts, the same compound that stops a dog's heart gives you a gentle boost. It opens up your blood vessels, which lowers your blood pressure. It relaxes the muscles in your lungs. That's why theobromine was actually used as a cough medicine. A study in the FASEB journal found it worked better than codeine at suppressing coughs. No side effects. It crosses into your brain and gives you this mild, warm mood lift. Not jittery like caffeine, smoother, slower, longer. That feeling you get when you eat chocolate, that calm, slightly happy, everything is okay feeling, that's not just sugar, that's not just fat. That's a tiny dose of a poison your liver has learned to manage so precisely that it lets just enough through to make you feel good and clears the rest before it can hurt you. You are microdosing a toxin that kills other animals, and your body turned it into a reward. So next time you eat a piece of chocolate, just think about what's actually happening. You're eating a chemical weapon. A tree made it to kill anything that touches it, and it works. It kills dogs. It kills cats. It kills birds and horses and most mammals on the planet, but not you. Because somewhere deep in a jungle, millions of years ago, one of your ancestors bit into something bitter and poisonous. And instead of dying, their liver figured it out. Then they had kids. Those kids had better livers, and their kids had even better ones. And this kept going for millions of years until you showed up. A person who can eat poison for dessert and feel happy about it. A dog dies from a chocolate bar. You eat one because you're sad. Not because chocolate is safe. It isn't. It's because you are the product of millions of years of primates that kept eating things that should have killed them and somehow refused to die. Chocolate doesn't kill you because your ancestors were, for all practical purposes, unkillable. And that little wave of warmth you feel when you bite into a piece of dark chocolate, that's not just a snack. That's a victory lap. 10 million years in the making.